I was just in mystic contemplation, contemplating the universe, the cosmos, and my place therein. Now, what I wanted to share with you people this day, and it is 7 a.m, Wednesday, December 4, 2013, and I'm in a bedroom community of Vancouver, British Columbia in Canada, on the North American continent in the Western Hemisphere, on planet Earth, in the sunny solar system, in the Milky Way galaxy, in universe sub 1. A mystic feeling just came over me. Is the universe all of reality? Or are there multiverses? Well, to paraphrase one Ferris Bueller, lo, these many years ago, that doesn't change the fact that I don't have a Porsche. Now, one thing I've noticed, folks, is that when the time gets to be past 6 p.m. or it gets dark, and you know, at this latitude, I'm just north of the 49th latitude, and you know, it is my wont, W-O-N-T, my penchant to switch accents, dialects, voices at will. And I've always been that way since I was a little kid. I used to get beaten upside the head, and I'd do it even more. And perhaps that's why I turned out the way I did. However, no, I'm kidding about the beating. Actually, Gwyneth Paltrow's the one who opened the closet door for people who like to talk with different accents in everyday life. Now, I like to switch accents. Like, there's no law against it. I mean, they can't arrest me, can they? So how bad can it be? Who cares? Vive la différence. Who cares if people think you're crazy? I just watched again Christopher Walken in the Fat Man Slim video, Weapon of Choice, and I thought, how utterly entertaining. Anyways, I noticed that old people, old men and old women, disappear from public transportation by 6 p.m, usually before 5 p.m. During the day, the whole front section of the bus or the train will be filled with old men and old women, old folks. Don't expect me to call them seniors or senior citizens or some phony, politically correct words like that. I don't use them. And there's no such thing as middle age. You're either young or you're old. The cut-off point is 40. Until you're 40, you're young. After you turn 40, you're old, and that's it. So the first time I was referred to by another person as a man, I was 18. Some kid said, "Mom, there's a man at the door." The first time I was referred to as an old man, I was 34. I was 34. And the one that called me an old man was like 19 or 20. Thought to myself, well, I was 34. That's not old. You know how you know when you're old? When your hair goes grey. That's when you're old. And when your beard goes grey, forget about it. You're old. The only thing is, I have a young voice. Because I never smoked, and I never yelled. Because I don't be liking to yell. It's not good for my singing voice. The Schlamadim dort drüben, droben, Der Schlampige, der geht hin und her, kreuz und quer, weg und zurück, all die Zeit, die ganze Nacht hindurch. If you're wondering what dialect I'm schwätzen, it's a collage of different germanique, languages and accenté. I'm doing these videos for me, and for them of you who find them interesting, I wish well, and the rest of you can go to hell. I got that off of Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Elaine on Hogan's Heroes, on Seinfeld. Did you know? No shit. I was looking at the net worth of Jerry Seinfeld, and according to Celebrity Net Worth, he's worth about $800 million. I looked up Larry David, and it's about the same amount. George Costanza and Kramer substantially less, but still in the millions. But boy, was I in for a surprise when I read about Julia Louis-Dreyfus. She is worth, if this source is to be believed, $3.5 billion. And she's married to Brad Hall, of course, her co-star on Saturday Night Live, these many years ago. I think they came on in the early 80s, around the time of Edward Murphy, if memory serves. But she was only on 2 or 3 years with a guy named Gary Kroger. Brad Hall read the news, and when he made a verbal mistake, he got... But anyways, go on Hulu and see if you can't... see if you can see some of their work. It's not readily available. I remember her in the 80s, Saturday Night Live, and she appeared briefly in the movie Soul Man with starring C. Thomas Howell, otherwise known as Tommy Howell. And was she also in... no, I don't think she... Was she in Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield? No, I don't think so. Anyways, I'm going to look it up now. And you may wonder what this outfit is. It's just a pair of pants. I couldn't reach my shirt on the bed, and I was too lazy to get up, so I just grabbed some pants off the chair, because I didn't want you to see my bare flesh, lest the ladies become hot and bothered. Well, I'm off shortly to the woods, and I shan't be taking any electronics with me, save perhaps my flashlight. And are there any electronics in propane stoves? No. Okay. It's been almost 24 hours since I've had sleep, so I'm going downhill fast. But before I go, I want to do some free PR for one of my favorite candies, M&M peanut candies. They're so very good. And they must have quite a bit of caffeine in them, and I'll tell you why. Yes, chocolate does have a bit of caffeine in it. These must have a sufficient amount of caffeine in them, because I haven't had any coffee or any Coca-Cola or any kind of caffeinated beverage in 3 days now. And I haven't got my caffeine withdrawal migraine headache. So my only conclusion can be that M&Ms have quite a bit of caffeine in them, which is fine by me. I love the caffeine. I'd love to get off of it. I did once for 30 days in the late 1980s, and I experienced the worst migraine headache for a day because I went off caffeine cold turkey. But for the rest of the 30 days, the feeling of peace and tranquility was indescribable. And I'd sleep for 8 hours, and then I'd wake up feeling refreshed. Before that 30 days, I'd never gone without caffeine ever for more than a few hours. And I thought it was normal to wake up in the morning feeling groggy and ass dragging. But no, that's the caffeine. See, caffeine takes more out of you than you get out of it. So I'm addicted, and I love my addiction, but I know I'd feel better. Oh, here's the, I'm trying to keep these from falling. Where's that fucking camera? Okay, well, I'm trying to show you these stupid things, but they want to fall. And, oh, well, I guess you can see the colors there. And some colors here. Pardon my language. I promised Mother when I was a little kid I wouldn't mess with women, and I wouldn't swear, and I wouldn't smoke cigarettes, and I wouldn't drink alcohol. To this day, I maintain one of those things. I do not smoke, but I do have drink on occasion, and I love the company of women. And what was the third one? The last one. I always have a block. I was never good at multiple choice because I'd always get that one of them was just a block. Anyway, I'm becoming boring. So just before I go to bed, I'm going to go to that Fat Boy Slim video one more time with what's his face, Chris Walken, because it's a lot of fun. Here we go.